Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about how this country is on the wrong track, and you don't have to take my word for it. But first, before I get into all that, I want to talk about a quick word on a little bit of a follow up on one of the items I mentioned the other day when I was talking about the geopolitical stuff going on all around the world. So I had mentioned something about India uh, putting a bunch of troops on their border over there with China because they've been having a friction between those two countries. Well, now it appears as though China is building another bridge across some lake. They have some long, narrow lake over near the Chinese side of that border. And basically, they put another bridge there because that will facilitate the movement of tanks and other equipment, armored vehicles and whatnot, closer over there to India. So, you got China, you don't even not only have to worry about what they're going to do over on their east coast with Taiwan, but over on their west side, they got belligerent things going on between them and India. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen with that. But just want to drop that real quick. But this video is about what's going on, what's really going on over here in the good old US of A. Not so good anymore. But talk about the economy a bit and the productivity in the US is falling at the fastest pace in 74 years. In addition to that, the stock market's taken a dive. This is the first 8-week long losing streak in the stock market in 90 years. So, economy not looking too strong. And then you got a CNN poll, and you might be saying CNN is fake news. I don't trust their capabilities. I don't trust their polling. But from what I've been led to believe is that Monmouth had another poll with similar numbers. So this CNN poll was talking about uh, 8 out of 10 Americans think that the United States is on the wrong track. Now, CNN poll probably gonna be heavily slanted towards the lefties, the Democrats. So that's even more of an indictment of the current regime and the policies it's been implementing. Some other numbers from this poll. It says that 21% of Americans are scared. That's that's some heavy duty stuff. And another 65% are concerned. So the way I see it is if you have, I think they broke it out those numbers by Dems and Republicans, and obviously the Republican numbers were a lot larger, more than that 65% being concerned, and the Dems were slightly lower than that. But when you have the a majority of all Americans expressing these thoughts, then I don't really think this is a Democrat versus Republican or a liberal conservative divide. It's not left versus right. This is just indicative of we have a ruling class in this country, and I don't like to call them elite. I don't like that term. I prefer to call it the ruling class, but that's not just these shot caller politicians over there in the swamp. I think this also includes, the super wealthy, and it includes certain Hollywood types and a lot of the rules and laws that apply to the rest of us, you and me, we the people, which is really just the peasantry now, because we don't have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people anymore. We have this ruling class that does whatever the fuck they want and, send out their shock troops whenever they need some distraction or they need some hubbub going on. You know, this whole Department of Homeland Security Disinformation Governance Board, aka the Ministry of Truth. So the crazy woman that was picked to head that, I guess she stepped down, and this whole Ministry of Truth's been put on hold. But you know, put on hold doesn't mean it's been stopped. And they're just going to try to rebrand it, relabel it, and put it into effect because they don't want folks to have access to information that's the truth. Basically, they want to cram down the narrative and shut down all other forms of communication. But you know, when these Democrats, when these leftists start losing power, or they need some type of distraction to hide what they're really up to, that's when they send out their troops, like we saw in the summer of 2020, and cause a big hubbub out in the streets. And you know, think about what's coming up in the fall. If these elections aren't shenanigan ridden, then everyone's predicting big losses in the House and in the Senate, and that the Republicans take back both of those chambers. And you think that the Dems are going to sit idly by and do nothing about it? No, you know, they're going to pull shenanigans, and the stuff might hit the fan at that point. At the minimum, there'll be a peaceful protest. But 2024, imagine what's going to happen there if the great MAGA king is elected once again. It's really going to hit the fan at that point. So, yeah, you know, you got these polls coming out. Everyone's saying that this country's on the wrong track, 80%. Who are these 20% that think things are going well for the U.S.? I mean, the economy is a disaster. All the domestic policies in place by this illegitimate potato are just weakening this country. Well, I guess there's 20% of the country are totalitarian or authoritarian leftist communist types, and they like all that crap that's going on. You're never going to have a, you know, 100% of anything unless you're, you know, back in the day when good old Saddam Hussein got 99% of the votes, or Hugo Chavez got 98% of the votes in those elections. But anyways, let me know what you think down there in the comments. Is this country on the wrong, right or wrong track? I obviously, you know what I think. It was on the very wrong track. Things are getting worse by the day. But let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.